All right, y'all, I'm on my way to the bank now because yesterday I seen some transactions that drew my bank account into the negative. The last little money that I had is gone. It was withdrawn in Detroit. It's a ATM Detroit transaction, a couple $100, 2 transactions. So the money gone. You know, me and my daughter out here, with nothing now, supposedly. And I have to go to the bank to cancel the account with both our names on it, because she has access with her card and I have a card. And so, I mean, she used her card in Detroit, which just told me where she was at, swiped the card, took the money out. So that means whatever money she had from the job she was working here in California, she already out of that. And I'm just taking it as my daughter is with her, so hopefully that she's using it to feed my child, to do this, you know what I mean? So and it's not the first time she's done this. This is multiple times things like this happen. She just booked and go back to her mom's. Now she living with her mom. They, moved into the house I had out in Michigan. They moved, you know what I'm saying? Just a bunch of times this just keep happening to where, she's telling me her home, her relationship is with her mom. It's not with me. So it's still a part of that, generational cycle of things. That's a big part of the generational cycles, the curse, you know what I mean? And it's just these choices people make. The people you have in your ear is not good. So even during this situation, she don't have nobody that's can be positive in her ear. And the people who are, she ain't listening to that. That's not the people she trusts to be in her ear or used to being in her ear. So even if somebody say something, that can help the situation or, to change her mind around, she ain't listening to that. Because she do get it. Because she'll talk to me and say, dang, my uncle just said the same thing that you said, lined up with what you talking about. You saying, or the people at the mosque, said this and it lined up with what you was talking about. Or, so it's good people saying positive things and, keeping for mobility, type of positive language. But she ain't not listening to it. It don't compute. So, but just to take all the money, y'all, put my bank account in the negative and leave me and my child here supposedly without no money. You know what I mean? That's why I had a separate account and I put my money to a separate account. Just before I can get down here and cancel that bank account and freeze it up. So at least she took, $400 or whatever, instead of, the other money I got saved up. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's not the first time that she did this type of things. Ran away off on me, took the money, took my daughter, got papers to change my daughter's name, all this crazy stuff. Like, this is how she moved. I'm just not saying nothing, and I'm taking it because I'm focused on, we have a child, so I have to just get her through this, get her to understand some things, work together, and we can, get to another level. Oh, they're not even open? They say Monday through Friday. What's today? Monday. Today's Monday? Oh, they're not even open today, so I can't even do it. They ain't on holiday, you know what I mean? So I can't even do nothing. It's a holiday. The bank closed. Wow. It's what's that? 4th of July stuff going on, and the bank not opening until Tuesday. It said that too. I thought today was Tuesday. But since I was up at night and I seen the phone when I looked at the time, when I saw the money go, I'm thinking that, you get what I'm saying? Like, okay, when I wake up tomorrow, it'll be Tuesday, but I already didn't stay awake until the next day. That's coming from truck driving. I don't know which day is which, and driving the night shift for years, I get confused like that, but that's all right. I just gotta wait till tomorrow because this holiday stuff is happening and everything. But so whatever money I do, so if I transfer some money right now to the account, put it in that account, what can I do? I can't do anything. None of these banks are open. The only thing that's open is ATMs. So it's like, this is a strategy. This is planned. You know what I mean? Now I'm stuck not being able to access the rest of my money because I can't trust, the mother of my child, my teammate, my partner, and everything. It's not truly what it is. She's somebody else's teammate, somebody else's partner. Like, you know what I mean? And it's been like that since we've been together. But I just been being strong because, we have a child, So I'm like, but at the same time, that's teaching her or letting her know, like, well, I can do anything to him. I can disrespect him. I can rob him. I can take all his money. I can leave and I can do all this. And he a cash cow for me and my mama, So it's when you got somebody like that and that type of mindset through their perception, it turns my positivity and support and stuff like that into a bad thing. But you just gotta find the right people, whether you male or female. And that's why, I did that song, Love Is Not the Enemy. Love is not the enemy. Business isn't the enemy. The person that you're with was the one in the wrong. So people saying, I hate love, I never found a relationship. That had nothing to do with it. You just gotta accept the fact that the relationship that you was in wasn't a relationship. The love that you had wasn't really love. You was the person who was loving. You was the person who was in a relationship. That person, you didn't ever get that. That means the relationship was never established. So that means that's something you have to learn. The relationship is two people working together, as a team and communicating and setting up how they're going to live their life in this thing called life. This game, in this world that we live in. So that's a relationship. So, that's also, positive and negative relationships and things like that. You walk away from negative relationships and, there's so much to these things. And it's just like stuff you got to learn over time. But, I'm not tripping, because I know this, you know what I'm saying? This is a circle. And then after she go broke, I had no money, she gonna, a couple months, guy she dating or whatever, she gonna come back to me, you know what I'm saying? Well, because I'm the father of that child, like, where else can you go? You're gonna have to come back to me, like, that's my responsibility, so there's nothing, you know what I mean? You can't get around that, like, this whole side of the family, that's her family. So where is she gonna go? I'm like, so if you need time to be in your journey for your life and you can't appreciate the things that we have, grasped together, that's how I see it. Because by myself, I wouldn't be able to get this far. These wasn't things I did. I did none of this by myself. But she only see it as I did everything because in those situations, how she moved and how she handled them, how she was talking and bickering and things like this, she only see it that she was negative and I pulled through. Which is also true, so I understand where she's coming from, but it's still also true that we still did it. Because by myself, with my check alone, or I wasn't team driving that truck by myself. We both was driving that truck. Now I might have been woken up and did all the backing up and parking and carried the weight, but that's anything, you know what I'm saying? That's how God's system is. You got the heart, the brains, the lungs, the kidneys, you know what I'm saying? The lungs might work the most. The lungs keep us breathing. The heart work, it ain't about who's doing what. It's about everybody on the team because you have to exist. All of us has to exist. Without either one of us doing however much work we're doing, there is no body. There is no team, That's how these structures and these companies set up. That's how, Apple is set up, Samsung is set up, LG is set up, Subway, McDonald's is without each part existing. The dude sweeping the floor, the person bringing the bread, you know what I'm saying? The farm growing the wheat, the cows where they get the meat. Without all of that existing, there is no McDonald's. There is no Apple, you know what I mean? So that's a concept that I was trying to explain to her to combat the negativity things in her mind. I was teaching all these things, but it's still about that person's choice. If they don't want to, then there's nothing that you can do. So I'm not tripping about it. I just wait till tomorrow then because it's, like I said, today is Monday and I can't cancel the bank account. I can't do anything right now. There's nobody in this bank. It's closed down. Said it was open, but I guess that means the ATM was open. And then it did say times may vary due to the holiday. So I guess people got a day off. They out drinking and partying, busting fireworks. You got to come back to work on Tuesday. Makes sense. Less people, less trouble, less chaos. That's how holidays work. So that's people times off. So got to respect that. All right. Anyways, I love y'all, my fans, my friends, my family. And I'm just keep moving. I'm going to just keep vlogging, my recovery from this situation. And I don't look at this as me going back to day one or I got to start all over. I don't look at it like that. This is things I have to learn and things I have to go through and learn how to handle in my rise to being king, you know what I mean? In my rise to getting into my proper place in the world. How can I handle these situations while maintaining my logic, while maintaining my decision making, while maintaining, my money, how to lock things down and move smarter. This is just things that God want me to learn. And because the less things you can handle, is your stress level poor or is it rich? If your stress level, if the pressure level, can you handle rich? Can you handle poor? Then you will live that life down here. It's a relationship to that. Your mentality and your stress level. Does that make sense? You seeing me.